Oh, hey there. Just kidding. Hey guys, it's Andrea with Sucks For You in Houston, Texas, and I am out back in my yard. It is the middle of January. I am wearing short sleeves because, you know, it's not cold here at all. It's probably about 70 degrees. We do have a cold front coming through. Should be here tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. But typically mild winters in Houston. Doesn't usually start to get really cold until maybe late January, mid-February. And we never really know. But in a mild winter, even in mild winters, some plants will still enter type of dormancy. They just don't grow as fast, or you have to be careful about overwatering. We talked about that in the getting your succulents ready for winter, bringing them indoors video. And but I got a lot of fun stuff going on. I have flowers, new flowers I haven't seen before. Started some new seeds, and I need to repot some stuff, so I might do that in this video too. We'll see. Let's play it by ear. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys, give you guys a seedling update and talk about some stuff inside. Let's go see. I figured we'd start inside, and this is where I spend a lot of time just sitting on my little stool staring at my plants while they have a snack or something. And started some new stuff. I started these Hoodia. They look like a cactus, but they're not. And I started more Lithops. They're there, and there. And I started these at the beginning of December, and they're already just popping up like crazy. And these are the old Lithops. Old as in coming up on a year. Some of those in there. It's just been so much fun. I'm worried about this like algae stuff growing on some of these seedlings, and it's not supposed to hurt the plants, but if it just looks like it's getting out of control, it makes me nervous. So probably going to repot those. I did try some hydrogen peroxide, and I tried the cinnamon thing, and it was supposed to be a sterile seedling mix, and it still got all funky. So I had to do something about that. And the Anacampseros are just doing amazing, of course, but I think they're okay in there for a little bit while longer. And these I'm really proud about. See if we can see. Kind of see them. Those are my Haworthia, limifolia seedlings from seeds from my plant. Let me show you all these guys. Argyroderma, delaetii, I think that's how you say it. Starting to split. And this is my first time with these plants, and I've just been treating them like Lithops. Once they started to split a little bit like that, I just stopped watering. We're letting those outer leaves shrivel. Aren't they weird? I really love them. And then the Plieospilos nelii. Hi. Nelii. Doing alright. And you do water these a little more often. I do a little touch test, and slightly soft. This is much firmer right here. These are okay to have multiple pairs of leaves. They're different from Lithops, so we need to keep at least 2 leaf pairs going, 2 to 3 leaf pairs going. And I talk about it more in my book, the manual, Succulent Manual, but yeah, it's a little bit different, but there's a lot of similarities to Lithops and other mesums too. So you may have heard me talk about these Beefsteak Begonias before. This is a leaf, the first leaf that my friend Kathy sent me, and we water rooted it, so we got some roots on it, and then I stuck it into the ground, into the dirt, and then it made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so many. Like there's about 20 leaves going on there now, and then she actually sent me 2 leaf cuttings, and this is the other one. And it's just like a random pot of stuff. I had a Sansevieria in there too that I had to repot, and that's over here because it was just taking over. This is not a good saucer for it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And this was actually, it was only about this big. The main plant was at my old house. It was outside when we got a freeze,
and there's a little piece of green left in the pot alive, and so I saved it, and now it's doing amazing, absolutely amazing. And then we have the this beautiful Dracaena. It's really happy inside. You gotta have some house plants because over the winter time, succulents don't really do a whole lot, even though it's, you know, pretty mild here. Just checking on this little Euphorbia. All right. Yeah, even though we have mild weather, mild winters, especially this time, this year, stuff still slows down, you know, and gotta stay busy. And I decided to go ahead and start a couple of more begonia cuttings. That's one of the angel wings, and that one does need a node, I believe, to root in water, and it is doing really well. And then I started another beefsteak begonia. You can see that one's doing really well too. It's in the front. Takes some time to get those roots going on here, a little longer than an ivy cutting or something, but it's doing great. I'd say it was probably about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before I started noticing any roots on it. So another cool thing about certain types of begonia is that they will propagate from leaf cuttings. Like, I don't know if I'm doing it right, and this is my first time, but I checked on it today. You can see that there's roots coming out right there, right at the center. And so what's going to happen is that'll put down roots, and then it'll start popping up new little baby plants. And I checked those earlier, and there's nothing happening. But my friend Kathy, she's a pro at doing this kind of stuff. She's got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of propagations in her laboratory. We're out back. Kind of a mess out here, but got some flowers on this Gasteria, and they're adorable. I was say they look like little flamingo heads. Let's see if we can get a little closer. And then this Gasteria Little Warty. I really don't like that name, but it's starting to flower too. Look how long that one is. And then there's even some little Sansevieria flowers coming in. And this guy, I think everything in this pot basically is flowering, except for the dolphins, string of dolphins. It's kind of a random pot. Another flower coming in there. So, blooming in January. This guy also in bloom. My donkey ears, all my big donkey ears are going through their final stages. Yay. But I have a lot of babies left, and I know I've given a lot of them away, even sold some. But this one is like, it's barely even in the pot anymore. It's like, peace out. Not a whole lot else going on out here. Everything's, you know, we've had some cold periods, even though it's pretty warm right now for winter time. But, yeah, just kind of everything's resting somewhat. These are doing well. Aeoniums, those were cuttings. We made a video on those, remember? And then a sempervivum my friend sent me. Since they're really similar care, I just stuck them all in the same pot. So now we're outside under the grow lights in my garage, and not a whole lot going on. Again, it's winter time and things are slowing down just naturally. But this is my first seedling ever to flower, and it's a Mammillaria shidiana, and it's super duper cute, and it's about 2.5 years old. And you can see it's about that big. It's very small, but it has actually 4 flowers coming in. Well, 3 of them are open. There's another one coming in. And I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. I'm not sure if that's Mama or if that's Mama. I've got them mixed up. over time. But they're basically always in flower, just pretty much always in flower. You can come over here and look at them, and they've got a flower. So it doesn't surprise me that the baby was my first little baby cactus to bloom. Those are the other Foccaria. You've seen me post about those before. I repotted them. They're doing so good. Seriously. It started July 1st. And now we're about halfway through January. Oh, and this one's blooming too, for my first time. And if you can see, let's bring it over here so we have better light. So this funky little guy, I thought it was Mammillaria mystax forever, and then it finally bloomed, and its flowers are telling me it's not a mystax, because mystax flowers are pink, and these are white with like a red line down the middle. And I thought this was a goner. It got a lot of sun when we moved, along with several of my other plants, and I thought I was gonna lose it. But with the flowers, I'm now pretty sure it is Mammillaria. Oh my god, I'm forgetting it again. Mammillaria Kerwinskiana negepensis, which is so much harder to say and spell than mystax, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it's actually one of several cacti that do this thing where they branch, and it's called dichotomous branching. It means two heads, and are known as owl eyes, because it looks like owl eyes. See? And this is my other donkey ear that started to flower, and I thought I was going to be really clever, so I chopped the flower off. This was literally chopped like 2 months ago, maybe. So that's the flower stalk. Still flowering. It's starting to open. And I was like, maybe I can save it if I chop the flower off. But instead, like, it's like, can't fool us, woman. It put out 3 new flower stalks. But it's still got some little babies. I'm hoping they get a little bit bigger down here. And then I can propagate those. These are some of the little cactus seedlings that I want to repot. But I think first, I forgot to tell you guys, I got a USB microscope from my husband for Christmas, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So let's see what these guys look like under a microscope. This is what the microscope looks like, and then you view it on your screen. I'm using QuickTime. Wow. That is cool stuff. Isn't that awesome? Spines are so dense. Okay, let's get down to business. I have to figure out how to get these out without getting them dirty and messing up their spines, because their spines are really, they're pretty fragile. They're not very sharp. They're pretty soft right now. I think I'm going to start by just kind of squishing the pot up a little bit, loosen the dirt. Okay. We'll work our way from the outside plants in. Put a little dirt in a pot. And we'll go for the easy guy first. I have this little pokey tool I'm going to use to help get down under the roots. Just loosen the dirt around it. Careful now. It's got a lot of roots on it. Ooh. Almost there. Actually, I want to tilt the pot so the dirt falls
There we go. Freedom! As you can see, it's got a really good root system, and now I'm going to reconsider using such a small pot, so let's see what else I have. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this thing. It's really cool. It's shallow, drainage hole. Just got it the other day. Let's get some dirt in it. Alright, got the dirt in. Just going to make a little hole in there for it. There we go. And this dirt is dry, so I'm probably going to wait a few days at least to water after I get these repotted. Don't want to have any broken roots get any water inside of them or anything like that, any bacteria. Actually, I think I'm just going to pop them all out. Try. Hold it down like that so all the dirt falls to the bottom, hopefully. Falls into the tray and not on the plants. Oh yeah, that's much easier. What was I thinking? Wow. Okay, now it's easier to separate them. Like so. Put some down right there for now. This guy looks like these are this one. Over there. Here's some. I think I'm going to leave these clumped together like this. They seem pretty happy. And just pop them up down in here. Yeah. A little bit deeper. Okay. Chunks out of there. Okay. And then we'll come back in and fill them up with dirt. And I'm going to do that with the other ones too. I want these a bit deeper, knock some more dirt off the roots. And now they'll have like this little guy down here. They'll have more chance. They'll have more room to grow. Should be good. There we go. Sorry, my hands keep getting in the way. Okay. That's it. And I'm probably gonna add a few other little guys that I have in the tray inside that are outgrowing their pots. Stick them in here too, and then I'll add a little top dressing to it. Probably just some turfus, because it's smaller. This is actually what I used in the soil. It's just turfus and
It's just turfus and a seedling mix. So, yeah. I need to clean it up a little bit. Luckily they didn't get that dirty. That was my main concern. But I can clean them up a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Alright, well that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I'm glad I got it done too, because every time I saw it I was like, oh, you guys are running out of space. Well, that's it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I just wanted to do a quick little update because I haven't made a video in a while. I've been working so hard on the Succulent Manual print version that just haven't had a lot of time to do any more videos, and I'm really excited. The goal is to have it out by spring, and it's coming along. I've already seen a proof, and I'm gonna have to, you know, check out a few more proofs. I'm just real picky about the quality, and yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be worth it. I'm really happy with it so far. Oh, I just saw something I have to show you guys. Let's see if I can. I just noticed from this angle, look at the colorations coming in on those leaves on the underside. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Euphorbia spectalibus from my friend Kathy. I didn't even know about this plant until she surprised me with it. And it's just an amazing, amazing plant. I know I say that about a lot of plants, but I really mean it about this one. It's so cool. Alright, well, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Click show more next to the video description, and please subscribe if you haven't already, because then we can communicate on our community tab. That's a little tab on our YouTube channels. I like to post pictures and ask you guys for feedback, and be sure to check out the Succulent Manual ebook. It's also available online as a membership version, and I've added more sections to it, so if you do have a copy already, you need to make sure you get the update, and I'll post a link to that information below as well, so be sure to check that out. Added some stuff on Messum's care and other popular varieties, expanded on chapter 6, genus tips. Alright guys, y'all have a good one wherever you are.